Hi guys, it's Tori here today with a Project Life Process video. This one is called Here Comes the Sun. And I basically just have a bunch of random photos from, what month is this? I think it's April. It's either April or March. I want to say April. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to put them all on this one spread. So I'm using the same Project Life page protectors that I've been using all year, and I love them. These are the We Are Memory Keepers Project Life page protectors, and they have just like 9 4x4 squares. No, yeah, 9 4x4 squares, which I just love. And I have a bunch of photos for almost all the squares except for 2. So I'm just going through the different cards that I got in the Felicity Jane Next Stop kit to see what I can use. So the Here Comes the Sun came from the cut apart sheet. It was like a 4x6 card, and I trimmed it down to be just slightly smaller than 4x4 so that I could add a little blue border around it. And then I added that heart, which was a combination of a couple Project Life cards I had already cut up. And then I just cut up some other Project Life ones to get a couple tags and things like that. So this was actually the day that my brother left to go to England. He lives there now. And so there's some photos of my family at the top there. We went out for lunch before we took him to the airport. And then there's a photo of my sister and I, some shadow photos from when my mom, sister, and I were walking, which I love those kind of photos. You can kind of see what's happening without actually seeing the people. There's a photo of my puppy there, Bernie, where I just added the tag that says so much happy. And then in the bottom left-hand corner, there was TEDx came to the town that I live in. So I took a photo of that event because my mom and I went to it for work, which was a lot of fun. It was really interesting. And then in the bottom right-hand corner is a mixed media painting that I did. And I think I've shared that before on my Instagram or even on this channel. So I took a photo of it and made it one of the cards because I wanted to remember when I made it. So I'm just adding these little details from the cut apart sheets and the embellishments from the kit. On the back of the photos, I always write the date, so that helped me remember what the date is, so I can use my roller date stamp and stamp that down. So in that photo, I thought it would be nice to add just a tag with the date, so I did that, and then I stuck a little piece of washi tape behind it just to add a little extra detail. And this washi tape came from this, I think it came from this boutique in Toronto, I'm pretty sure. It's got a pink floral design on it. It's super pretty. So I wanted to use it in a couple places on the layout, so I used it under that tag, and then I also used it on this card here, where I've layered up 3 different Project Life cards together, and then I just kind of put a little bit of that washi tape around it as well, just to bring it to another place. That camera came from the cut apart sheet, and I just stuck it on there to take up some of the negative space in the corner. And then the So Much Happy was also from a Project Life card that I had cut up. It's one of the things I kind of really enjoy doing right now is cutting up Project Life cards. Oh, and I want to tell you something random that I did. You see those sunglasses there and the camera? I wanted to create a little bit of dimension on them. So what I did was I used my hot glue gun and did a huge dollop of glue in the middle of where the black spots are on the camera and the sunglasses. And then I let it cool, and it created kind of like a dome so that it's more dimensional. And I love the way that it looks. It's just so fun. So I'm going to try to do that more using my hot glue gun to add dimension to items. I hope you guys can see that on the camera because it's really a cool effect. And I think I'm pretty much done. I don't do a lot more on this layout other than adding a little bit of journaling. But I'm going to tell you about that as I do it. I wanted to add a little bit of a background around that print that I made. So I trimmed it down a little bit and stuck it on a 4x4 piece of paper that I had cut out. I think it's just like a white paper with little pink polka dots. And I'm happy with the way that that looked. I felt like it just kind of added a little dimension to it instead of it just being like kind of flat. And I don't want to add anything on top of it, so that's why. I also added a little word sticker that said amazing, just because I felt like it needed a little something more. And then I wanted to add just a little bit of sparkle and shine, so I grabbed some rhinestones out from my stash. The ones I'm using right now came from the dollar store, and I can't remember where those bigger ones came, but I just added a few around the page. And then I also grabbed these little pink pearls, which also came from the dollar store, and just added those around, kind of on top of the different embellishments that I've done there. I just felt like it needed a little something more, a little pretty detail. So the rhinestones and the pearls and then little silver star that I just added there. Gotta add that little sparkle and shine to the layout, just taking it up a notch, I think. And then I'm gonna finish by adding my journaling. So I had those two speech bubbles and they didn't come like that. I actually stapled them together. They were both on the cut apart sheet. And I decided to add my journaling just on top of those. And then on this card, I'm just going to add the journaling along the side of the card because there wasn't enough space on the photos. So I just kind of added it there about saying goodbye to Josh and how excited I am for him to move to England to be a teacher and everything. And on that photo, I just added a little bit under the label. And then part of the reason that I had added that white around the painting that I made was because I wanted to add some journaling, but I didn't want to stick it on top of the photo. So by having the little bit of white, I can journal around the white part, kind of like around the photo. And it kind of gives you like this really cool place to do some journaling. So I like the way that that worked out. I'm just trying to figure out which way was up. And then that's kind of it for the layout. I'm going to slow it down here and hold up all the cards so you can check them out. They're pretty simple, but I love them. On a side note, don't my nails look pretty? I just, there's like a really pretty pink and then one of them has like a floral design on them. If you want to know what design that is, I always forget to leave a comment about it. But if you want to know what design of Jamberry I have on my nails, just let me know and I can respond with a comment. Anyways, hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye!